Good evening, it's Sophie going live tonight, day 174 out of 365. For those who don't know me, I'm a busy mum building a business online, and I'm recording my journey here in these lives. Tonight I have more lessons learned at the swimming pool. We were again at the swimming pool. It's the last few days where we can go, and we were there again yesterday. And as if you've watched previous lives, you know that our youngest son, Ben, who's 7, has been quite obsessed with this fixed idea he's had of jumping from all the different heights of the different diving boards. So now he's managed all the 3 different heights, but he still sort of needs me, especially when he's jumping from the very top one. He still needs me hovering around and encouraging him and saying, "Yeah, you can do it, Ben." So I get to watch quite a lot of these various children and adults who are jumping from these diving boards. And yesterday, something happened that really struck me and that I thought I really needed to share here, because there were these 2 little girls, probably roughly Ben's age, so roughly 7, 8, 9, I don't know, between 6 and 9. And they were sisters, and their mother was there, and they were both going up the medium. The medium diving board is 3 meters, so they were both going up and going to the end of the board and looking down, and then going back again and not jumping. And the mother was, well, like me, trying to encourage her daughters. And anyway, it went on for quite a while, and at one point the little girl went up and said, "Okay, I'm going to do it this time." And the next thing I saw was the mother going into this big, deep pool and sort of swimming quite close to... Well, she stayed at the edge. You're actually not allowed to do that, by the way. But anyway, she stayed at the edge, but she was really close to roughly where her daughter was going to land if she jumped. And her daughter did jump. And then the minute her daughter jumped, the mother swam to where her daughter had landed in the water. And her daughter came up again, and the mother helped her swim to the edge of the pool. Then the bigger daughter, the other daughter, did the same, jumped as well, and the mother did the same thing. At which point the lifeguards noticed and said to the mother, "You can't stay in the pool like that." And then he added, and that's what struck me, he added, "If you do that, they'll never learn." And he said, if they can jump, they can also swim to the edge, right? And I thought that was so true. Now, as a parent, I was so pleased to hear the lifeguard say that, because that is very much, as a parent, my philosophy. I tell my kids, only do it when you feel ready to do it, and when you can do it to the end. So, I've never been this kind of mother who sort of, they wanted to climb when they were really little up something that was way too high and too difficult. And you often see these parents pushing their tiny little toddlers and helping them and then saying, "Yeah, you've done it." I was always the kind of parent who said, "Look, I know you want to do it, and if you manage to do it yourself, fine, fair enough, you can do it, I trust you. I'm watching, But if you can't do it on your own, it's that you're not ready, it's that it's too difficult, it's that whatever, okay? go on trying until you can do it, and until you can do it all alone. So that was, but yeah, that was the parenting side of me that thought it's true. That's very true. But what struck me is that this is such a good analogy for everything in life. And this, for me, obviously, it made me think of business and building a business online. And that really, there's a moment where you have to jump and you have to trust that you're going to be able not only to jump, but to swim to the edge. So you're going to be able to figure it out. And there's only one way to learn. It's to jump, right? And I'm not saying you can't have help, and encouragement. And I'm all for saying you need a team and you need to be able to reach out to people, obviously. But that, to me, in the swimming pool thing, is the mother who's there and who's watching and who's saying, yes, you can do it. I do that a lot, yes, you can do it, go on. If you feel you can do it, go for it. But really, you can't sort of do it half. You can't jump and then have somebody carry you to the edge, I think. That's my opinion. The way I see it, you've got to go for it the whole way. And trust that, if you really are drowning in a swimming pool, there'll be a lifeguard. And if you really are drowning in business or in anything else in life, there's always ways, right, to be rescued if it's really that desperate. But generally, there's got to be this trust. If you're willing and if you want to jump, then there's got to be this trust that you're going to be able to figure it out all the way. And that you don't need somebody in there with you to carry you and do half the work for you. I hope this makes sense. For me, this was really, because it's echoed a lot with me. Also, because I am a big believer that you shouldn't jump if you don't feel ready to go the full way, right? So I always tell my kids, think about it. If you make that decision and you get to go for this, it means you have to go the full way. So, if you feel ready, you want to do it, that's fine, and I'll support you. But just, just work it out and build up your strength and all that stuff before you jump. And I do apply that to myself for many things. I think, okay, if I'm going to make this decision and I'm going to go for something, it means I've got to, I mustn't overthink it, but I must make sure that I have the strength to go the full way. Otherwise, I just mustn't do it, So that was my lesson. Watching all these kids jumping in the pool and all these grown-ups actually jumping in the pool too. There's lots of different people do all sorts of funny things. So that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. And I am going to go to bed and I'll be back tomorrow for more. As usual, like or love the video if you liked it or loved it. Let me know if you watched the replay, and never hesitate to reach out to me if you need any help or want any information or anything. I had someone today who reached out to me asking a question, and I hope I was able to help her a bit, and I hope I'll be able to help her more. And I was very pleased that she did click that message little button and send me a message, because I don't often say this, but obviously my whole aim with Millionaire Mum is to help other busy people building business online as much as I can. I'm learning all the time, so I know more every day. Okay, bye for now.